think that your high school background only depends for as long as the first semester, because this is where you have English and maths, and that is really dependent on the classes you took in high school. But afterwards, the classes are the same for everyone, and there's no unfair or fair advantage like over other people. So you should not be scared of the school that you come from, because it is actually an opportunity for you, not a drawback.
I would say that one thing I wish I knew before studying the studies is how important it is to break out of a little social bubble that you probably had, especially if you're coming from Latvia, because the different nationality people is actually where the gems are hidden, and that's one of the most fun parts about studying here. So for me, the most actually surprising part was how much group work we had to do in the first course, and then in the second course even more. High school was more about the individual delivery, about closed tests, and here often it's about how you can cooperate in a team, how you can compromise with different people, how you can combine your ideas. So that was the most surprising thing, as I was personally not used to that. That's kind of the best part of it, because that's the most fun and diverse experience you can get.
I would say that as you transition from high school to university, this is where you really have to understand how your brain works and how learning fits for you. Because courses at SSE Riga are very diverse, and they not only test your analytical capabilities, but also your critical thinking and humanities type of knowledge. You should really try to work out the best strategy for you to actually learn and comprehend material. Sometimes you will do it individually, sometimes it is better to do it in groups. Sometimes it is better to do it in some creative way, sometimes there is no other way but just to go through theory. And once you master that, that is when actually courses become not easier but much more doable, and I think this was the most surprising thing for me. Speaking about student organizations, when I was first applying, I made a very focused choice of just 3 organizations. I think that for year ones, it is much better to aim for more organizations, even if you don't know exactly what you would do there and why you would really like it there, but just to test it out and see what SSE Riga student life can provide for you, because there's a lot of opportunities out here, and it's better to try more initially and then focus a bit towards specific organizations once you understand what is closer to you and what you like more.
About making friends in university, I think it's very important to remember on the first day that it's everyone's first day. Everyone's here for the first time. Most of you don't know anything and don't know what to expect. So my advice would be to talk to as many people as possible, to introduce yourself first and form little groups even, so that every step you take is not taken alone, because company and good emotional support in university is quite important. One big myth that is definitely going around is that we study hard and party hard, which is partially true because we do study hard. However, we also party enough. Not too much, as we devote most of our time to studies, but there is an element of fun here. The truth is that there's a balance between studying and partying at SSE Riga.
So one of the myths that I've heard before joining SSE Riga is that this school is made for finance people who wish to just crunch numbers in their careers. I would say that this is true to some extent, but not entirely, because the curriculum at SSE Riga is quite broad, and you will have the opportunity to try out a lot of things that are not finance-based, but are rather marketing-based, human behavior related, and those type of things, which is actually quite sought after in careers like marketing, something more creative and not just finance-related. So in general, at SSE Riga, you don't just learn finance and economics, you gain real-life knowledge that is applicable in a lot of different fields that essentially does not limit you, but actually brings a lot of opportunities for your further career.
Another popular myth that we know of is that the only people that get admitted and actually go to the school are the people from the local gymnasiums and the local cool schools, which is absolutely not true. All kinds of people come to the school from all kinds of backgrounds, and the school doesn't limit anyone.
It doesn't really matter whether you feel competent and expertise about the things that you're doing, because what matters down the line is the result, and the result that you deliver either during your task or your internship, during the exam or somewhere else, is dependent on knowledge and the way you perform, but not how you feel. So you could feel like you're doing bad or you're under-delivering, or what you're doing is not really the thing that is asked from you, but once you get the result, you actually see that you're doing fine this entire time, and that you felt not really competent did not really matter in the end.
The thing that I have learned here is that there is no such thing as information or knowledge that is not valuable or not needed. This school has taught me that there is no such thing, that every piece of information pretty much that I get, I will be able to use it somewhere. Most of the time, the things that we have been learning here, I have applied either in real-life conversations or in the upcoming courses or in my just readings of interest. If I could give one piece of advice to my teenager self, I would suggest that you do not forget your high school experiences right away, and try to keep the knowledge in the background.
I would say that a piece of advice that I would give to my high school self is that it is okay to go to SSE Riga without having your entire career trajectory figured out. Even though I had a sort of vision for myself about what I wanted to do before going into SSE, that vision of myself really changed by the end of my first year, about which I'm actually really grateful, because you just acquire new perspectives. You get to compare yourself with many other people with diverse backgrounds, and that makes you see much more precisely where do you stand, where you're competent and competitive, and what is better for you to do in your career. So it is okay if you don't know what exactly you want to do. This is the exact place where you can figure it out.
So personally, one expectation about student life that I had was that I can be more independent now, and it is entirely true about the study process, because yes, the lectures are at fixed times, and the rest of the day it's pretty much up to you. The time when I wake up, the time when I go to sleep, the time when I review the content, the time when I do the readings, and the place where I do the readings, so with whom I complete my tasks, all of that is only decided by me, which is pretty much the way I imagined it earlier.
When I got into SSE Riga, I had a belief that once you get into such a competitive environment, you have to be able to handle a lot of things on your own entirely, but that expectation actually proved to be wrong. Professors at SSE Riga are very forthcoming, and they wish for you to do your best. So it is always okay to ask questions, and it is always okay to ask for help. This becomes even more true when you understand that a lot of studies at SSE Riga happen together with your teaching assistants, which means that you can always reach out to students just like you, who have taken the exact same course, who have been through the very same hardships as you are currently facing, and see what it is that helped them get through that, and just acquire that knowledge in a very student-friendly way. Since at SSE Riga we have a module type of system, it means that multiple courses run at the same time and finish at different times throughout the semester, which means that essentially you cannot put 100% of your focus on just one thing, but you're supposed to be able to split your attention between multiple parts of your curriculum and be able to maintain that focus between multiple parts of your curriculum at the same time. This is something that is very different from other universities here in Latvia and in the world in general, but that is something very good for your own mind and for your own discipline, because it really requires you to manage your time and manage your capabilities as well.
One thing that would drastically change my first semester is definitely finding the right work-life balance, finding something that will help me relax or just unwind, because spending 99% of my time on studies was definitely not a good strategy, as for many that can pretty quickly lead to burnout or just physical exhaustion, which is why I'd say that finding a hobby or a group of friends that is down to hang out is a crucial thing that would really change the first semester for the better.
You know, when you start your studies at SSE Riga, it is the first semester for everyone, including you. And one thing that you could think is that, oh, others are doing much better, I'm doing maybe not so good, but actually, even if studies are hard and something is not going the ideal way, it does not mean anything about you as a person. With that being said, you should not take hardships that you face during your studies at SSE Riga very personally. You should treat them very objectively and with a cold mindset, because that can also affect your own self-esteem, even your health. So it is always important to stay on top of your emotions and control your mentality, since that is exactly what defines your progress here.
I would say that applying to just as many activities as you can is the right way to find your people.
Since you're already here and you are an SSE Rigan, everyone also feels welcoming and forthcoming towards you, so you should not be scared of approaching your course mates and actually people beyond that as well. At SSE Riga we are a close-knit community, so nobody is going to point fingers at you and think that you don't belong here, because everybody belongs here.